Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Split Labs channel. Today is Wednesday, April 29th, 2026. Good day to be an MLB bettor. We've got early games on the slate, and who doesn't love that for the middle of the week? Before we dive into our MLB best bets today, I have to let you guys know, completely powered by Split Labs, because we built the exact tool that we wanted to use as sports bettors ourselves. We're going to walk over some public betting splits together, some line movement, and some market signals across the MLB today. And if you yourself want to see what the crowd is doing, where the line is going, and what the market is hinting at, it's what we do every single day. Make sure that you hit the like, subscribe to the channel. We do this from Monday through Friday. Join us, why not? And then if you want to have access to the dashboard yourself, gain access to everything that you'll see me use today as I land my best bets, head over to the top 10 comment and the link in the description, splitlabs.net, promo code YouTube gets you 50% off your first month. All right, I haven't been doing recaps lately just because I kind of want to switch up the format that I do, the channel, the videos and stuff like that. Obviously, I need to bring back recaps. So I'm working this out. I want to try to put this in like bucketed segments before I dive into the dashboard with you guys. But obviously, the biggest thing that needed to return was the recap. So recap of yesterday, what did we have? The Guardians money line. Trash pick. I was so confident the last 2 days and I made the joke. It's not a joke, but I said, fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, shame on you. Guardians, you are a better team, I think, than the Rays. You're not proving it right now. You're really letting me down. You're embarrassing me. This is terrible. So our only loss yesterday was on the Guardians money line. I was so confident. As we always say though, quickly celebrating wins, never apologizing for losses. It's just a part of the game. But Guardians, I'm really disappointed in you guys. Pick it up. All right, moving on. Orioles money line, fantastic against the Astros. It got a little shaky there towards the second half of the game, but we won it out, so we love to see that. Marlins Dodgers under 8.5. Talk about an upset. I mean, truly, that was only going to be the way that the Marlins was going to win that game. The Dodgers won the night prior, right, on like the ninth inning, Dodgers fashion, walk off, all the celebratory things. I've been trying to get a Dodgers spread in, and it's just not working. I thought today honestly would have been, or I guess yesterday technically, I thought yesterday would have been their bounce back spot. I'm not gonna lie. Shohei on the bump definitely helped us here. The fact that the Dodgers thinking ahead here. The fact that the Dodgers bats were snoozing against Jason Junk is pretty shocking. I'm not gonna lie. Although going into the next one, I had Jason Jung over 15.5 outs for my player prop of the day. So that's fantastic. We won that pretty comfortably. So that's always great to see. So overall yesterday we went to 3-1. Let's clap it up. Good start to the week here. We're halfway in, so let's keep this going, shall we? Now, like I said before, we've got some early games on the slate today. Let's dive into it in the Split Labs dashboard and let me bring you guys into the view. Full disclosure, as I always do before I do a video at 2 o'clock in the morning, because again, we're nocturnal, we're working on the sleep schedule, guys. Let's dive into it. We've got the Angels versus the White Sox. I have to let you guys know that, right, it is 2:43 in the morning. So all these lines that you're going to see if you're looking at this video in the morning and you're seeing prices shifted, numbers adjusting, all that jazz, it's because I'm probably getting best lines available or near them just because I'm doing this so early. And the data that you're going to see is basically consistent with early bettors, people that try to get those best numbers, and people that kind of bet more seriously, if we're not going to lie here, right? They put their bets in early because they're trying to get that best price, putting more money down, things like that. Starting out, like I said, with the Angels versus the White Sox. Not the prettiest game on paper, but looking at the data, 38% of bets, 66% of money coming in on LA -1.5. Public right now, pretty convinced on a White Sox spread. We're not going to read into that right now. The line movement has not adjusted whatsoever, but again, the books are in a really good spot here. I can't say 50-50, right? 60-60, haha. on like opposite sides of the line. So like they have no reason to show their hand here. Clearly people are on both sides of the fence. So it makes sense that the line hasn't moved. We're not going to question this whatsoever right now. 53% of bets, 51% of money on Los Angeles Angels money line. That money line has not changed either. It is a 50-50 still, so again, not surprised there. Basically consistently, I'm not going to keep going through this with you guys, right? Like the line movement has not adjusted. It's early. One thing that I will say, for no adjustment on the line movement, is the total. 68% of bets, 68% of money. Nearing 70% could caution like, hey, why didn't you change the price at all? Why haven't you adjusted the number at all? Clearly the public is, and sharper bettors, right, are aligned in the fact that they expect this game to go over. Are we surprised in it? Look at who's on the bump here. We got Kikuchi coming in with a 4.94 ERA. He does not go long innings. He's averaging about 4.8 innings pitched. Then you got this terrible bullpen, no good arms, really bad, with a 5.73 ERA. On the opposite side for the White Sox, you got Fetty coming in, 4.30 ERA, also does not go long outings. So like, what's your case for playing this under here? I mean, nothing besides the line movement not happening, right? And again, bullpen ERA 4.60 right now, not great. One thing working in the White Sox favor though, and this is important, look at the arms that we've got available. We've got Davis, Hudson, and Hicks rested, their best arms, and regardless of the number, they're trash bullpens together on the same tiers. The White Sox do have a bullpen advantage and a starting pitcher advantage. I think people are hesitant to back the White Sox just because of who the White Sox are. But the records, I mean, it's not like these teams are far apart. 13 and 17, 12 and 19, like, they're winning games. Not great, but like, yeah. One thing to discuss though, Angels are coming in on a 5-game losing streak. I mean, look at this. Terrible. This is just not good. White Sox 2-game win streak. They've beat the Angels twice so far. Now we're in this pick'em, right? We're in this pick'em. Nothing's changing so far. The Angels are looking terrible. And as I always say, I think the books do a give and take. I think a lot of people have been doubling down on the Angels and saying, yeah, they're significantly better than the White Sox. Why? What's happening here? Where's the surprise? What are we going to do? I think this is the day that the books give it to us. I think this is the day that the Angels will win the game. I know I just went into the numbers of like, hey, bullpen advantage, starting pitcher advantage, all of that good stuff. And don't get me wrong, we're definitely playing the over on this game. Over 8.5 me. I don't see any way that this game goes under unless these pitchers turn into Shohei himself. Both of them. I don't see any way that this game goes under. Let me just take a quick look at the weather here. Not fantastic. Honestly, the total's relatively high for like the field not being too boosted. Give me the over 8.5 on this, but also give me the Angels money line. I know a lot of people are going to freak out, but I think by game 3, a lot of people are jumping ship and they're saying, well, the White Sox beat them yesterday and the day before. Now I can get them at plus money. Sure. Why not? I think this is the day that the books pull the rug from under us. Angels do what they've been supposed to be doing, and they win this game. Give me the Angels money line. Give me the over 8.5 on this game as well. I think it's going to be nasty. Don't get me wrong, but I do think the Angels somehow like find their bats today and beat the White Sox like they should be. They're a much better team than the White Sox, like significantly on paper. You've got a really good roster, and that's no discredit to the White Sox. It's just the Angels should not be getting swept by the White Sox. They pull one out. This is the game that I have them doing it on. All right, moving into the next game here. Should we do... I'm really looking at this Marlins and Dodgers game because, again, this is like another team where like you're underperforming. Do we... like, what are we seeing here? Dodgers, I think this is one of those games where like they actually cover the spread. I'm not gonna lie. Early on, very early on, we're seeing 75% of money coming in on the Marlins, but also 75% of bets. So like, I'm not too concerned, but also who knows something for the Marlins that we're putting 75% of money on the Marlins right now at 2:00 in the morning. What do you know? What do you know? The one thing to say here is that the books are showing their hands a little bit. The run line price has drifted in favor of the Dodgers, which is the public, not too concerning. I think the same group of people that put 75% of money on the Marlins did the same thing for the money line, and I just need to know what they know. Have to know what they know. Again, the books are moving towards the Dodgers, but also you have to look at the numbers here. 77% of bets. So like, which one are they saying they don't respect? Right now, they're not caring about how much money is on this. This is actually a fantastic spot for the books to let the Dodgers win, because both sides right now today are basically split. And then going on to the total, 57% of bets, 72% of money on over 8.5. Total has not changed right now. Over 8.5 is looking like a plus 100 open, and that's also the current line. And then going into starting pitcher territory, we got Alcantara coming in. He goes really lengthy innings, so that's always fantastic. I do think the Dodgers should be able to get to Sandy though, despite his decent ERA and the fact that he goes long innings. The bullpen backing him up, not fantastic right now. A lot of people are gassed, right? So I think the Marlins are going to want to hold on to, their starting pitcher as much as they can. I just think the Dodgers knock him out really early. I think this is the guy, right? You got the big name. You think maybe this game goes under, and then the Dodgers do what the Dodgers do and embarrass, the people that somehow thought that they would lose this game. But anyway, bullpen's coming in with 3.68 ERA. Obviously, they won yesterday, but it took a lot out of them. A lot of arms that were used, and now they're coming in limited today. Opposite side of the mound, Tyler Glasnow, 2.45 ERA. Again, another guy that goes lengthy innings. A 1.96 ERA. Dodgers bullpen, I don't think you need to hear me say it. Their bullpen is fantastic, one of the best in baseball, and they've got really good arms available to keep things in track. Looking at the bullpen, starting pitcher advantage, this is the spot where I take the Dodgers minus 1.5. Like I said, I think this is the big name, the one where they're like, okay, well, yeah, Sandy's on the mound. The big name tells the story. The Dodgers are not going to shell him out and things like that. I think the opposite. I think this is exactly the guy that they do it against. So give me the Dodgers minus 1.5. It's lost 2 days in a row. Again, I'm leaning into the give and take method of the books, and also just the line movement happening here for the Dodgers. Just taking a look at the field really quickly. I just want to see who's landing on this biggest boosted zone here. See if it works in my favor of the Dodgers. Would you look at that? We love to see that. Dodgers are getting, their bats are hitting more towards the center field and right-sided field, so that's fantastic. And then let me just look at the Marlins. Marlins hitting towards center and left side of the field works in my favor here, of just thinking that the Dodgers have the advantage when it comes to, just starting pitcher, bullpen. Clearly weather is working in their favor as well. And the fact that they haven't covered the spread 2 days in a row. Again, I just feel like this is another spot where the public kind of gives up and thinks that the Dodgers can't close it out, and because they haven't been able to prove themselves. So I'm going to lean into that. Give me the Dodgers minus 1.5 officially on the card here. I do want to take a quick look at player props here, and I'm hoping that Sandy's prop lines are available right now, just because I do have some regression happening here. Just a little bit, Sandy. I'm sorry. All right, so looking at Sandy, let's take a look at his history versus the opponent. 4.5 Ks. It's a really low number. It's clearly priced for him actually being able to strike people out. He does currently have a 33% hit rate against the Dodgers, so not fantastic. The one thing I think is like working in his favor is the fact that he's missed this line in his last 3 starts against the Giants, against Milwaukee, and against Detroit. So with that being said, why would he be priced for this, the book basically feeling pretty confident that he goes over the 4.5 Ks? I know technically speaking I'm fading Sandy and I'm saying the Dodgers are going to basically eat him alive. I do not think that comes without Sandy actually getting a little bit of his and getting the strikeouts, right? His recent form is kind of showing, hey, I'm not striking out guys, but I think this is kind of that bounce back spot of some swing and misses. But at the end of the day, the Dodgers, especially when it gets to that bullpen, that gassed bullpen, Sandy does actually, get 5 strikeouts. It's not too much to ask Sandy. I'm sure people would argue it now, but like, he's one of the Marlins aces. Like, this is their guy. So give me the 4.5 Ks. I know the numbers don't look fantastic. I get it. 33% hit rate. But if he's got a 33% hit rate coming into this, why is he minus 146? Someone explain to me like I'm 5. That's going to be my player prop for this game here. Sorry for going out of order there, but I just think it makes the most sense that we stick with Sandy there. All right, last game on the slate here. What would we like to do, guys? How are we feeling? Should we look at... We could do Giants versus Phillies, or we can do Cardinals versus Pirates. Those are some games that are just like ringing to me. The Nationals versus the Mets. If I look at another like Mets game, I don't have it in me to like fully sit through a Mets game and like pretend that I'm enjoying myself regardless of them somehow, playing better. I just don't have it in me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. All right, let's do the Cardinals versus the Pirates as our last game here. We've got 67% of bets, 56% of money coming in on Cardinals plus 1.5. Money line, 67% of bets, 88% of money on the Pirates money line at home. And then the total, 69% of bets, 86% of money coming in on under 8.5. A couple things to note. Spread, I think it's always a little concerning, and baseball's a little different, don't get me wrong. But one of the reads that I always have is the public being overly confident that, a team covers the spread. I feel like the books always give like a quick like F you, like no, you can't have your cake and eat it too. They're not covering the spread. The Pirates are eating them alive, all that good stuff. That's just kind of how I think about it as like the first thing that I see. And line movement is shifting in favor of the Pirates, which does not make any sense with what we're currently seeing here on our screen. Money line has not moved at all. Is it a concern? A little bit with 88% of money, but like I think this is one of those spots where you kind of you look at it in the morning, probably when this video drops, and see what that number is. If it somehow got cheaper than this minus 142, maybe we think about running. I just don't think that it will. And also, the Pirates are in a good spot. The books don't care who wins this game right now as it stands with the data I'm looking at. Because, right, let's say the Cardinals went out right, the books are happy, Pirates lose on this money line with a lot of bets and money on it. Cool. Let's say the Pirates cover the spread. Well, look at how much bets and money are on it. Cool. We'll take it. This under, though, is where I am scratching my head on that not moving. Right? Because 69% of bets and 86% of money, and you're telling me we don't care at all? Bookies? We don't care? We don't care? I disagree. I'm going and I just want to take a look. Quick peek. I think the weather's playing a part in it. They did have a really high scoring game yesterday, though. That's my only thing that's like making me second guess it, because how often do we really think like both of these teams' bats are going to be on fire? They should. I think they both have, like, clearly they proved it. Like, they both can be explosive. I think a lot is going into the weather of this as well. Clearly, as we're seeing it, I'm pretty sure we're on a forecast right now. Yeah. Clearly, as we're seeing it, the weather implications are not fantastic. So, like, people are probably, overreacting towards this under 8.5. Give me the over 8.5. I just think it's really odd that this total has not moved whatsoever. And also, who won yesterday? Sorry, guys, to keep scrolling back and forth. Pirates are coming in on a 3-game losing streak, last 2 against the Cardinals, and they're favorited. I've got the Pirates winning pretty confidently here. So that's going to be my bet. Pirates money line over 8.5. I wouldn't be upset if I took a spread as well. Definitely something to look into, just because, one, Pirates also have a fantastic bullpen. I just hit the mic, so I'm sorry if you guys just saw that. I'm like getting really passionate about my Pirates bet here. So if you guys let me down, like whatever that team is that I bet yesterday, Guardians, not to name names, I'm going to be really upset. Chandler's coming in on the mound with a 4.88 ERA. Not great. Doesn't go extended innings, but that's okay, because the earlier we get into this bullpen, it works in our favor. So that's fantastic. They're coming in with a 2.57 ERA, so we love that. And then on the opposite end, we got Palante coming in with a 4.62 ERA. Slightly better, but like, you look at these two numbers and can you clearly say which one is better or worse? No. Same amount of starts, about the same ERA, going almost the same, innings pitched. And then you get this bullpen backing up the Cardinals right now, coming in with a 4.85 ERA. And we do have two good arms available, but like, you stack it up against each other like this, and I think it's pretty clear that the Pirates are winning this game, and I feel pretty confident about that one. So give me that, and I do just want to take another quick look at the field conditions just to kind of see who is hitting towards that. All right, Pirates are a little more evenly distributed, which is not bad. All right, Cardinals have the edge when it comes to the weather, the least impacted area of the ballpark. So with that being said, guys, those are my best bets. I think that's three or four best bets of the day. Those are my best bets. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like, subscribe, and we'll do this again tomorrow. If you want access to everything that you saw here in today's dashboard, make sure that you check out the link in the description or the top pinned comment. Promo code YouTube on splitlabs.net gets you 50% off your first month to access everything that I walked with you today as I land my best bets. Whether you're tailing or you're fading, put it in the comments. We always love to see that. And if not, put some of your best bets in the comments as well, whether there's anything that maybe I landed on that you disagree with, or maybe something that you spotted in the video that you're now going to play. Let me know. Love hearing about it. We will catch you guys on the next one.